Hey guys, it's Paul and Rey with the No Color Thick Skin podcast. We are so excited to be back with you here today. We are recording episode 14 today, and we've got some really exciting topics for you. And as always, I'm just going to start the episode off with checking in with my buddy Rey. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, Paul. Glad to see you. Good to see your face, my man.
Hey.
It's been a little bit. Yeah, episode 14, man. Just glad to be here.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Yeah. But
Did you have a good week?
yeah.
It's been like 2 weeks since we've seen each
it's
other.
been a little while since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
So
What you been up to?
Thankful that we finally have some relief with this weather. It's been 110, 109, 105 for so long that we got a nice cold front. Like a week and a half ago, it started to kind of come down. So it's getting into like the 70s. It's still peaking a little bit, but just enjoying this nice breeze weather. I don't know if you know, but some people call me the hoodie king. Some people do. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but we getting into hoodie weather.
Hoodie weather. All right.
That's where I thrive, baby. So
Might see some hoodies.
I'm looking forward to getting these hoodies out, man. But had a good week, man. Did a little traveling for work, but that's about it, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What about you, Paul? How
man.
how have you been since the precious people have seen your face?
Well, hey guys.
Oh well.
I have had actually, we were supposed to record at our normal time about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Was it 2 weeks ago?
That's it.
Yeah. So we did not because I had I said the word. Oh well. So it's totally fine if I say that.
Oh, yeah.
And then next, the thing is that we just couldn't meet up any sooner to make another episode. So I didn't want to. Obviously I was quarantining and things like that. So
You're being responsible.
Yeah, just trying to not spread something that nobody else wants.
Oh man.
And so we'll actually be talking about that a little bit more next episode. So teaser there, but it wasn't very fun going through that. But honestly, it didn't. I'll tell you more about it next episode.
Yeah.
But I didn't die. I'm not dead.
Oh darn. Oh darn.
So, now you gotta have me on a podcast.
Darn, I missed out on one.
Sorry, guys.
Darn.
Oh man, I had COVID. I joined a softball team. And we had our first game. So I had COVID like a while ago now, and then I had my first softball game that I've ever played. I've never played a game of softball. And first game I ever played was last week, and it was a great time. It was a good time, and so appreciative of my friend Eric. Thank you so much for inviting me to go. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna play again tomorrow.
Nice.
But lots of good camaraderie, and it's just a bunch of dudes that are some of us are. A little out of shape.
It's a little bit.
And it's so much fun, but we know what we're doing though is the thing. So it kind of it's a weird balance.
Technical. It's technical.
Yeah.
It's like when the older quarterbacks when they were younger they used to run around and scramble, but now they're so technical they know how to get that ball out quicker. So y'all taking your time. I told you make sure you got to stretch.
Oh,
so
and
stretch,
let me tell you, there was not enough stretching.
Because you gonna get out there and you're gonna tear your whole left side, bro. Okay?
You're
gonna tear your whole
muscles
left
are like,
side. Yeah. Nah, you better stretch, my man.
Just like a Ziploc bag, you know how you open it's like that's what my muscle was doing.
Yeah. Oh,
it took me a full week to recover from that running that I did. But anyway,
what position are you doing positions, or it's just like, hey, we're
still figuring that out.
Right, okay, we're in the beginning stages.
I played outfield. I played what did I play? Second base and that was pretty much it. So far, we're kind of still figuring out what we like, and some of us have been kind of switching it around But man, it was a good time.
That's great.
I haven't batted in a long time, so
trying to
smacking that ball was pretty awesome. When I did.
But it's not co-ed. It's all guys.
It's all guys. Yeah.
So just like in the Sandlot, what's the worst thing you can? You play ball like a girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
But the girls, dude, they friggin' rock at softball.
For sure.
But yeah, we made do with what we had.
That's good, man. No,
it was a good time. Everybody had a good time too.
Recreation, you're getting out, like you said, camaraderie, which is huge when especially when we get out of high school and if people played in college.
Yeah.
And when professional players, when they retire, they always say, man, like I made all this money, I did all this stuff, but the thing I miss the most is that camaraderie.
Yeah.
Just being around the guys or being around the team and doing that. So to be able to have
get that.
That's huge, man. Like that's great.
And I didn't know anybody but one of my neighbors. And so it was cool to like, I mean, you pretty much immediately kind of link up with these dudes and you're like, okay, cool. You're part of my team. We need to, cinch it up and encourage. And, it's a church league as well. So, we're all kind of like pushing each other to, not let the curse words fly.
I was going to say just a whole lot of, hey, God got you.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesus right there with you.
Yeah.
Whole lot of.
It's definitely, trying not to let the
Hallelujah, John.
Slip and
Hallelujah, John.
Yeah.
Hallelujah, John.
Praise God, man. Praise God.
Man, praise him.
Yeah, not so much
I'm pretty sure.
But,
I'll get kicked off the team.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get kicked off the team. Unfortunately, I'm sorry.
No, but we're
I'll get kicked off.
It's not so much about that as it is just like
that camaraderie, right?
Yeah. But anyway, the COVID was not fun at all. But it was gone in about 2 days. I'll say that. Spoiler alert. And moving forward, I now know a lot more about, and I'll go through what I know now about how my body was doing things and stuff like that. But anyways, that's what I've got for my week.
Nice. So you going to take some preventative measures to do things to prevent some. Wow, that's that's smart. That's genius. That's crazy that people would
prepare.
Oh my God. What is? Huh? I'm sorry. Huh? No.
You get it. If you get it, you get it.
Boy. All right. Well. Can't wait to hear from you about all that, man. I'm sure I'm going to learn a few things.
We might. We're all learning here.
For sure, man.
So, man, hey, speaking of things that happened, we definitely had a thing happen very recently called 9/11. The anniversary, I forget how many it's been since 2001.
2001, right? So, what, 21 years,
22 years, 22nd anniversary.
That's insane,
9/11.
That's insane.
Thank you to all the servicemen and women that went and helped. And our condolences to the people that lost friends and family out there. And what a worst scenario for people that live in New York and, people that, had loved ones there.
Yeah.
I tell people this all the time, but I wish that our country would continue to be close like we were after 9/11 because we were all in a syncopated rhythm. Everybody was family, It
was America. Period.
Yeah.
That's it, man. It didn't matter black, white, whatever, Asian, whatever you identify, religion. Man, we're Americans and we want to be here for each other.
Yeah.
That was huge, man. That was a time, man. And you say it, we think about the people who lived in New York, but you got to know that whole tri-state area and that whole deal, like a lot of people in New Jersey were affected by that as well. Not just Manhattan, other parts of, New York. I was talking to a friend of mine who shared with me they were living up there during 9/11, and you don't realize that the people who are commuting there, who live in like those small towns, who those people just never saw ever again. And you'd think that it's only there in New York, but it was all around, man. It was a huge effect on a lot of people. And then what do you remember? What grade were you in? Do you remember what was that 10th grade for you?
Oh yeah, I think
10th?
so.
Yeah,
somewhere around there.
Did you all have channel? Was it channel 1, like the TV?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
So
like
it was on, right?
there.
Yeah, and it was crazy because I believe we were in school as the first one was taking place, and then we get the screen on, and we see like the second one go into the building, and
it was on.
It was like,
wow.
What is going on?
I remember most of my teachers either had a TV in a corner of their thing, of their rooms, or they had like the little pull,
the portables,
substitute, little
substitute teachers,
stand, whatever those things are, and everybody had a TV on when that was happening. Yeah. Anyway, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was tough times, man. But good old, our boy George W. When when the Yankees played the first game and he went out and threw that first pitch, man, George W. man, he was like, "This for America, man." He threw a strike right down the middle, and that just made everybody feel good. Everybody just felt good to see him be stoic and be out there and do that. So I remember watching that, and it, like you said, it was very somber and it was tough, but to see him put that action in, it helped big time.
Yeah.
But like you said, remembering just all those, men and women up there who lost their lives, those who fought, those who fight every day to protect us. I echo the same sentiments as Paul.
Thank you.
We thank you all so much, all those who serve and who there, doing the real difficult jobs every day. So we thank y'all big time. Big time.
Also, I didn't know anything about this until you brought it up, but tell us about that hotel thing.
Oh, so some hackers, they hacked into a few of the casinos in Las Vegas, like some cyber hacks, and have pretty much like not fully crippled them, but they've really put them in a tough position to where their internal systems are just not working at all. Hotel room keys aren't working, so they're having to make new hotel room keys, and some of the keys will work with some of the rooms, some of them work for multiple rooms. So you go into somebody's room and right. So it's awkward.
Room,
oh, hold
works.
on.
Well,
I mean, are you?
I'm welcome.
No, maybe. Do you like apple pie? But so the data breach is so it's tough. But some of the casinos, they've paid the ransom. These are multi-million-dollar ransoms that these cyber security guys are trying to get, and they've gotten a lot of money. So I know one of the groups, I believe they call it the MGM's help desk. And they figured out like where it started from. It was someone pretending to work for the MGM, and the person on the help desk was just giving them all the access and giving them this and giving them that, and it started from there. And they got into the system, man. So like the African prince, like, if you send me a deal type deal. I'm saying it's kind of like that thing, to where you just get them a little bit, then it just. They got in.
You got access to the whole thing.
To the whole thing. So, yeah, that's tough, man. So, and I was telling you about that because data breaches, and just with the world that we live in, and cybersecurity and everything. So, for us, when I've shared with you and I've talked to you all about, we have at work. We have our normal 8 to 5 day, and then whoever is quote unquote the on-call person, they are to take the phones and they do whatever it is that happens between 5:30 p.m. until 8:30 a.m. the next morning.
Wow.
So whatever happens, if someone passes away, family members are needing some assistance with some information, if we have it readily available or we can talk to them or answer questions, we'll give them a call back. But we have a third-party system that we use, and what we do is we forward the funeral home phone to the third party, and the third party, they kind of buffer those calls for us, and we have them, urgent. Yeah, got a middleman. So the urgent calls, yes, forward that over to me so that I can be there to assist our families. But the calls of, hey, why Betty Sue's obituary isn't up? And it's like, well, I don't need to answer that at 2:00 in the morning. That's not urgent. So y'all can hold on to that. And when I get to work in the morning, I'll call Susan back and tell her, hey, this is why Betty Sue's family didn't want to do one, or somebody trying to go to somebody's gravesite at 1:00 in the morning. Don't call me for that. We don't need to do that right now. Okay. So just the urgent things, So over the weekend, someone hacked into that company's system. So we didn't have access to our third party, and this was nationwide.
Oh,
this is nationwide. So this is a nationwide breach. This company assists funeral homes all over the nation. So what we all had to do. So what we all had to do was, so I was on call Saturday. I had to forward the phones directly from the funeral home to my phone. So that means there's no middleman. Whenever it rings, this is Ray. And whatever the next person says, I just have to roll with it. So, fortunately, nothing crazy, nothing too out of the ordinary. Just a couple of calls here, a couple of things about prearrangements that I kind of knew about. So, quick calls and nothing too bad. But I felt walking out of the door on Saturday that this was going to be a wild night. I just felt it, but it wasn't. So I'm thankful for that. So
yeah.
Yeah, those
you
data
have
breaches.
Johnny calling about Betsy Sue that passed away in 1987.
Listen,
had a little bit too much tequila.
My brother, his second wife was named Jody. Now Jody had 3 kids, right? But they weren't my brothers. But he raised them, right? Now one of them passed away in '88. The other one, he's still here. No, he in California now, but. What I'm trying to get to and understand is it okay if I wear a necktie to the service tomorrow?
Sir, it's 3:00 in the morning. What?
Yeah, yes, sir. It's you can wear a necktie to the service tomorrow. Absolutely. All right, man. Thank you. You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe it. Wouldn't believe it. So yeah, I just want to share that with how. Data breaches and how, man, you just never know what. And
it does affect you too. I mean, there's a lot of, I was on Facebook is always advertising things to me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And one of those things is AI, what do you call it? Receptionists or AI salespeople.
Yeah.
That, which is even more complicated.
Have the AI people make the phone calls for you and do the this, that,
yep.
and all. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Have you seen this?
All the time. Yeah,
oh my gosh, dude.
Oh yeah.
It is so real. So good now.
And it I think it was like $4 or $5 an hour or something that you
I didn't check that.
The way I break it down, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's pretty amazing for sure.
Oh,
and one thing that I really appreciate about AI is the work that it can do for you. And if a company makes it, they're going to want to make some money off of that. And, you buy it for however much. But I mean, we've used ChatGPT to help us with topics and things like that. And it is fast. Like you ask the right questions, it'll put out the right, good details. And so, sometimes it's weird, sometimes it says some weird things like it doesn't make sense or it's, leaning this way or that way or, but at least it comes up with, it does a lot of the.
It's a jump starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Big
exactly.
jump starter for sure. Yeah.
So, but that is definitely interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big time. Big time, man. So be safe out there, you know. And the older people, you know, you see them all the time. It happens to them a lot. And I don't know if any of your family members who are older, they're
with the
having to get new,
stuff?
having to get new accounts because you know, Uncle Rick, he looking at things he probably shouldn't be looking at and talking to people
Uncle
he shouldn't
Rick,
be
man.
talking to, and now your whole account is all jacked up, and now, you know, I got people inboxing me asking for $40. I'm like, Uncle Rick don't need $40. So what is going on here?
Yeah, you've been compromised.
You compromised.
Brother.
So now, out of here.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, what we're coming together today to talk about partly is friendships as adults, and this was given to us.
How many of us have them? Friends. Ones you can't depend on. Paul, can I be your friend?
I hope so.
All right, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can. No.
Go ahead, man. I apologize.
Well, you're definitely on topic because we want to know how do we make friends? So this was a topic that was actually given to us by Ray's sister.
Yeah.
And it's such a good topic. Oh my gosh.
It is.
Because it's so weird. If you're anything like me and Ray, it's kind of hard to make friends because you're so dang busy.
Always.
So, I mean, you know, we have friends. Where are they? I don't know. We're going to talk about it.
I talk to all of my friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I talk to my friends all the time. My friends are always
Hey,
with me.
guys, all the voices. So, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The voices in my head. We have great conversations.
Yeah. So, we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. This the whole thing with friendship is, like you said, it's tough. You know, we are suburban dads, so you know the life that we live, and you know, like we say, he's a real dad. I'm a real dad, so we try to stay busy, and when we're not busy, we're trying to be very present. You know, in our loved ones' lives, like we are really
Awkwardly present.
awkward. Like I'm trying to. Hey, I'm here. Like if you walking different, hey, what's going on here? Like we're in there. So yeah, for sure. So it's hard with friends and friendships, man. It's hard for me. I know it is. Real hard.
So the first thing that's interesting about this, so there's a culmination of things that make it difficult. But we're going to talk about like ways to do this, like actually have friendships, and maybe even, you know, this isn't like a how-to necessarily, but
kind of give them some solutions. Are you being solutions based? Are you, Paul?
Are we based in solutions here?
Are you giving solutions to problems and making things better versus just harping on the bad, just trying to help people get to a better place? Wow.
Man.
Who are you?
I won't take all that credit.
Who are you? Wow.
Who are you?
Who are you, dude? Yeah. Bro.
Who are you? I took the 82 up to the
305, and then, man, we got up on the 8, and it was like...
Have you seen that Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, the SNL, yeah. So you get on the 404.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Was it Kirsten Wiig? Is it Kristen Wiig or Kirsten? Whatever.
I can't remember her name ever.
Anywho.
But she's awesome.
There. Yeah, she's there.
First thing is you know, we have kids, and not together though. Separately have kids. We got the kids separately. Anyways, so having kids, you usually they want to do things like be in band, or they want to be you know, in football or some kind of sport, some kind of team activity or whatever happens.
Cheerleading.
And that sort of thing. I know my oldest daughter, she does horseback riding, and she's very interested in that. She wants to get better and better at that. So, you know, my kids each have their own thing that they're doing. So we want to make friendships through our kids in a way, so that, and this is something I have been doing even before the kids were in activities, but having to make friends of my daughter's friends, like make friends with their parents.
Yeah.
So that they're not like complete strangers to me. And I can communicate with them. Hey, this is Paul. I just wanted to, see what you guys were up to tonight. Maybe we could, have your kids over. Y'all could go on a date night tonight or something like that. I think that's really cool to be able to do. It's really helpful when your daughter says, hey, I'm going to go to this football game, and you're like, okay, cool. Is there going to be a parent there that we know? Yeah, definitely. And then I'm like, who that is? And then I text them, and they're like, yeah, we're not going tonight.
It's a game tonight?
Yeah.
Hold on. Like
so
a game?
That's
There's
not
a game
happened
tonight?
before. My kids are great. But,
you have angels. Yeah, you have angels. You have angels.
You're
just putting that out there as an
matter of fact,
analogy,
recently
right?
it's been the opposite. She told me that, I don't know if the parents going to go. They didn't end up going. She didn't go to the football game. Boo. Hoo.
Darn.
Boo hoo hoo.
Darn.
But I digress. But that is one way. And has that happened to you
That's
before?
big, yeah. And that's that goes back to community, right? Because like you said, I've never offered to be like, hey, bring your kids over and y'all have a date night. I don't care. All right,
try it out.
Y'all
man.
do that. Y'all do whatever y'all gonna do. That's cool. But I do. I like my kids' friends and my kids' friends' parents. Like, I have great relationships with them. Like you say, just knowing that if you're not there, you don't have to give all of your trust to these people, but that, like, all right, they're at least gonna have their back, know what's going on,
right.
be able to, get information to you. Because I struggle with parental paranoia.
Yeah.
Like I have a hard time with that.
Gotta try hard not to be a helicopter parent.
Man, and it's like I'm not trying to, I'm not going to be over, like you said, or just too intrusive or anything like that. I know what privacy is, but just when you have your babies out there in the world where you don't know who they're around, it's good to know that there are some parents out there who have the same morals. At least we don't have to align on everything, but have those same morals. So that community base that you're talking about, that's huge, man. And
morals is a big thing too.
Morals,
but,
morals are huge.
And so, depending on what your situation is with your kids, and how, I trust my kids a lot. I do a lot of work to make sure that my kids are trustworthy and they work for my trust. They don't just get it. But that being said, I am very protective, like you're saying, and making sure that my kids have, or that I have a buffer over whatever situations that they're in. Hey, are you at this game? Or hey, are you doing this event? Or whatever it happens to be. Hey, I'm gonna, my daughter's coming over. How many girls are going to be over? Okay, cool. I can ask those kind of questions because I'm familiar with that person. You know, it's not like, why is she asking me, or why is this guy,
Yeah, I need a head count. Who all over there? I need to know who all over there, when they're gonna be there, how long they're gonna be there.
No boys.
Who? You say they're gonna? Yeah, no, we're gonna sit that one out. That's not happening. Sleepover where? Yeah, no, not over there. That's not happening. No, we're not doing that.
That's all cool. My oldest wants to do is sleep over, and have people over here, go to somebody else's house. And that is very important to me, is knowing the parents.
You have to have a relationship with them. So that is one of those tiers of how to have those friendships, with, like you say, with your kids, friends, parents. That's a tier for friendships for sure.
Also, recognizing the value of friendship. This is recognizing the value of friendship is a really big deal, because there's a lot. I speak from experience. I'm a loner. I'm like 50% loner, 50% social butterfly. And once my social butterfly energy is depleted, I am definitely 50% loner. Like I drop off the face of the earth.
Quick.
I don't want any people hanging on me. I don't want any people, and, but all that being said, as you become an adult, sometimes it gets worse. Sometimes it gets better. You figure it out. I don't know. But it is valuable to have friends. And one of those ways is like emotional well-being. Having Ray as a friend is a really big deal because I have somebody that I can bounce things off of and do something like this podcast would not be possible without my friendship with Ray. And I'm certain that he wouldn't have felt comfortable doing this with somebody had it not been somebody that he knew. Like, I just had a good feeling about this guy. I just had a like, for me with Ray, like, I knew that ever
This is
since
supposed to be.
Yeah, ever since this idea came up, it was like, oh shoot, okay, that's what we should have been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
So
I echo that same thing, man.
Yeah.
I feel that same exact way.
But that's how this came about in the first place. This whole podcast thing is because I was like, man, I need to talk to one of my friends that is black. I need to talk to one of my friends that, even before that, I wanted to talk to you because, we got along so well. And, just wanted to catch up
and everything. But you needed some perspective, and you wanted to freely have that space to where you could talk openly,
100%
freely.
And I knew I could do that with you.
Well, easily, no problem. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. So when you're saying like we say like what value of friendship and all of that, it's like, I guess, you got your, we call it, like these are my day ones, so it's like those are the ones you've been rocking with since you were 6. I got a couple of them. I got a couple of homeboys who, like, they're my day ones, but you have your day 2s, your day 3s, your year 5s, and they're important as well. So it's like, you have to make sure that everyone, fits into whatever category that they fit into, but you have to know like the importance of, hey, this is my friend, this is an acquaintance, this is that. That word for me, when I say, the word friend, like, man, that holds huge weight in my world, man. If I look you in the face and I say, hey, man, you're a friend of mine, like that, I don't just sprinkle that fairy dust on everybody. That's not how I get down. So I hold that in high regard, and I don't push that on everybody else. That's not for me to push on that. I know people who just meet somebody down the street. Hey, friend. Hey, these are all my friends. That's cool. That's for you. Like that's what you do. It's not for me. That means so much more to me. So
that's cool.
Yeah. Man. Like you said, that understanding those people who, like you said, you have that trust and who you feel comfortable with. So
that's cool. Also, I feel like quality over quantity is a really big deal too. Like, this is interesting that we're talking about this as adults because I'm literally having to tell my kids how to, make and maintain friendships with their friends, their new friends. And, some things are hard lessons to learn, but like not everybody's going to be your friend forever.
Yeah.
But when it comes to having a large number of friends versus like a few good friends, I've always fit in that category of my circle's small, but we tight,
Oh yeah.
So
keep a small circle.
I have always kept the circle of trust pretty small, not necessarily intentionally, but like, I'm not going to go tell everybody, how I feel, I'm not just going to like put all my things out for everybody to see.
Can't do it.
Can't
be vulnerable in front of everybody. That's for you, those special people.
Right. Yep. Kind of unlike this, this is more like trying, I'm working through something. I need to, go to some, maybe me and my wife are having trouble, or I'm having trouble, the direction I need to go with my kid or something like that. That's when those quality relationships, and it also seems like in the quality relationships that I have cultivated, the other person in my mind is kind of like more advanced than me, whether it's, they're kind of like where I want to be, in some kind of way.
Okay.
So like it's like
if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Right.
But you're saying it as like, I don't want to talk down to you, but I struggle in this, but I know that this person is doing well in this area
Right.
that I'm struggling with, and I can go seek guidance from them to be better at this
whatever it happens to
emotional
be.
thing that I'm just not good at. And I
Right.
trust this person to help me with that.
Yep.
Kind of like that, right?
Yep.
That's huge. And I mean, that's mentorship, having someone is older is helpful, but they don't always have to be older. It can be somebody else.
Sure.
It can be a peer or someone younger, but someone who has some experience in something that's a little more than you, and that can help you. And the quality of friends versus the quantity, and we see it now with social media and the kids and how everything is just so fast and they're just moving here and there and it's all over the place. And it's like, how do we teach them that value? It's like I don't know if are we rushing? Like, are we going too fast? Do they need to see both ends of the swing of the pendulum to where it's like, hey, they have all these friends, and hey, now you're in a difficult time. All those people you thought that you could rely on, you can't rely on them. So now this is a lesson, and we can work through that. So it's like, how do we balance that as well? So
Well, some people like myself, I have tons of different types of relationships. I've got friendships that are, where me and whoever the person is are separated by many thousands of miles, maybe.
Yeah.
So we communicate, online or social media or over the phone or whatever, but usually, it's through text message or, you're sending somebody a meme or something, hey, what's up, dude? This is hilarious.
Meme king, you.
And, but you're not with that person all the time. Even me and you, we're not around each other all the time, but we're constantly, communicating with each other.
Big time.
And that is, in my mind, like I said, if I was looking at this from like me trying to tell my kids, like, hey, this person that you're talking to online, that's who they are. That's your online friend.
Yeah.
And maybe someday they'll be like an in-person friend, but like, I'm always encouraging my kids to, have a play date, like in IRL, in real life, interaction with somebody. And, we've got things for the kids to do here at the house, with their friends and, or we've got, just, parks, activities, teams, sports, things like that, things that, but same here, when it comes to adults, like, you got to invest in those relationships somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And usually it costs time. Sometimes it costs money.
Oh boy.
But usually it's time. And that's so basically the most valuable thing that I have right now.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Oh, man.
So time is short. There's no extra time just about. So,
and the thing that sucks a lot is that a lot of the close friends or the friends in the circle or the friends that you really have a bond with, they may not have the same drive as you. They may not have the same focus as you. They may not seek to excel or go to a next level in their life. They're good where they are, which is fine. And they may not understand what it is that you're trying to do.
Yes.
And that can cause a little bit of friction to where, this individual who is single, doesn't have children, has a nice job, but isn't, in like a leadership position or anything like that.
Right.
Very flexible, will, send a text message, hey, going to Vegas on Friday. got an extra ticket. You think you
Go with?
Hey, you rolling? I'm sorry. Say, do what? I got an extra ticket to Vegas. You come through? You trying to go? What are you even saying? What are you even saying? Vegas, like Vegas Street around the corner. Like I can meet you.
Exactly.
I can meet
in
you.
Dallas?
I can meet you off Vegas Street in Dallas. Like I probably got about 32 minutes to get a commute in and then go. So what are you even saying? So that can be tough. Where, like I said, the friendship has friction there because they may not be able to see it from your side, and you have to have that communication with them. Like, hey, listen, I can't do this, I can't do that. Can we, figure something else out? Type of a deal.
So that's another thing too. Is like being able to manage your relationship with these different people. So you relationship's a weird word, but managing these friendships in a way that is fair to everybody.
Yeah.
Because I have, when you have kids, it changes a lot of stuff, unfortunately. And one of the things is how you interact with people.
Oh yeah.
How you're able to interact with people.
Yeah. For sure.
And so being able to, you may not necessarily be able to go out and do all the things that you wanted to do previously. And, when you're, I remember, so I'm married, I'm with my wife, but still it was like hard to go do things because it was like, well, we both want to go. Well, then we'll just stay home. Yeah. And then we considered ourselves homebodies, and that's how we, all of our friends knew us as homebodies. Yeah. We weren't homebodies. We were just being lazy. I was
just being lazy. Like, I'm not, you going, are you really going? I'm not going, but yeah.
No, let's just stay home and order in,
All right. All right, we'll just stay home. Yeah.
But as especially as kids get older, you got babysitters, man. If I could, if I'm talking to people my age or younger, or with kids you got to invest more in your relationship with your spouse. Number one. Number two, invest more in your relationship with whoever you consider a good friend. Because if you're not doing that, you will suffer. You will it'll just hurt you somehow. And the reason why is because you need that. Whether you like it or not, you actually need that time going into whatever season of life you're in.
Yeah.
You need that support. You need that emotional and mental stimulation and camaraderie and things like that.
Somebody to lean on.
Oh yeah. And like I said, you got different levels of friends or whatever, different categories of friends. Sure, but those close ones, you got to keep them close, and you gotta spend a little bit of time in there, and that's all I've got.
Big time, yeah, for sure, yeah, for sure, yeah. Make sure that your friends, you know who they are, you know who you can rely on. You got your going out friends who you see here and there. These are your party friends. So have your party friends. Nothing wrong with having your party friends and doing that. But those ones who really pour into you and who you pour into and who you have a nice foundation with, make that time. I mean, and everything doesn't, it doesn't have to be, we going to Texas de Brazil and we, buying bottles of this, or we doing X, Y, and all this. We could just get together and, walk, just meet somewhere, have a conversation, just say something. I mean, a phone call is always good. I know a lot of times we don't like to talk on the phone. I don't, but just make sure the people, that are important to you, just show them that you care. And
that's awesome.
That's it, man. That's it.
That's good. And, guys, I'm sure that there's 100 different ways that we can go with that, but that's really some solid stuff that's probably come up just from years of me trying to figure this out, and Ray trying to figure this out.
It's tough, man. It's tough.
But man, we both really appreciate our friends.
Oh, big time.
And thank you guys for everything that you do and for being there for us and for being somebody to lean on. Ray, you are one of those people. So thank you, sir.
Don't do that. Thank you, man. I lean on you a lot, and I value our friendship. And before I get too deep into that, man, I appreciate you. So, I just want to say one last thing. One of my day ones. I don't want to harp on this too long, but one of my day ones, he lost his daughter last week, and I know he's going through it right now. So I just want to say, Danny, me, Tay, Cheese, AJ, we the homies, we the crew, and we love you, man. We're gonna always be here for you. We know you're going through a difficult time right now, but we love you, man, and we gonna be here for you. I promise you, man. But that's all I got. But this has been episode 14 of the No Color Thick Skin podcast. Thank y'all for always rocking with us. We appreciate you all. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. We're on all social media platforms as well. Spotify, you can listen to us on there as well. But I'm Ray, and this is my buddy Paul.
Peace.
Thank y'all again. Peace.
Bye, y'all. I said your line. I was like, peace.
You did. I was like, oh.